And
Yeah.
I want to get to this idea that the Nordics are coming here. Mark said the same thing to me. Around the same time you're releasing this, he was saying to me on my one-on-one interview with him in prison. I go to interview him in prison. I've done it 5 times now. And he said, the Nordics want the humans to come up to speed militarily and in terms of consciousness, etc., so that they can join the fight against the reptilians and Dracos that are basically plundering the galaxies, taking over planets, etc. And you've said something very similar to that.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I'm just saying that this is our situation, and it's.
And our military is very aware of this, and so what they've been doing is funneling what we call black project money, billions, into building this secret space program that's now practically what we call a rogue civilization. It's almost living so far in advance of the way we live in terms of technology and in terms of everything else.
Okay, adding to that, you have Solar Warden. People don't believe that we have Solar Warden, okay?
I believe it, yeah.
Okay, but it is 8 Navy space battle groups with destroyers, cruisers, other vehicles, support vehicles, transports, trucks, all kinds of stuff. They're operating off of Nordic bases, okay? Their families, their children live in Nordic facilities. They go to Nordic restaurants for food. Just like the 6 people in Lockheed, which are here, working, or they have their own facilities in an area in Burbank. Those 6 fellows have wives and children. They're in the public schools there. They go to restaurants and they
nobody
go.
knows their
And
Nordics.
the manager of that 6 group, they are. They have their own mission, which again is talking about this region of the galaxy, this arm, and so they could just as well have been on board the moon facilities, but they're local. And yes, once in a while they help the skunk works, but that's not their job. They're not contracted. And okay, he lives 3,700 comparable years, and so do the children, the wife. Okay, the children go to the schools, but every hour they put in class, they're being taught telepathically their own information, because they can finish a 4-year college degree by 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Sure.
and they're right here in Burbank. Now, yes, we've got all this other stuff out there too that's being operated in the same manner, and those people are they're not necessarily here as a contract to help Lockheed, but yes, they do once in a while talk with the skunk works, make side issues, make side suggestions. So.
Okay, but what about you? Because you're 93 years old. Were you not offered to live 3,000 years, or did you? What's your relationship with them? Are they just giving you upgrades so you lasted even this long, or are they gonna allow you to leave the earth and leave this body, this vehicle, and go back and join them?
Okay, let's talk for a minute about extended life.
Yeah.
Okay, now extended life didn't start here in the United States last week. Okay, extended life was even implemented into the information that the Draco reptilian group educated some of the German people. So,
no doubt about it. 'Cause I
yeah.
have
Now,
eyewitnesses.
so again, you say, well, what's extended life? Extended life was heavily involved in the secret think tank inside of Douglas. Okay, another subject. But then at TRW, where I worked later on, it was a really big program. I mean, really big program with hundreds of people involved. Okay?
But even before that, the Nazis were reverse aging people.
Yes.
Yes, I have a witness about that, who actually said Werner von Braun was one of them.
Okay, I've heard that. I don't know that.
All right, never mind.
Dr. Debus, all I got was he shaked his head. So I don't know that when that came up.
Shaked his head no or yes.
No. So maybe he was, I don't know.
Right.
All
Well,
right. But,
why would they tell us?
yeah, but
okay.
whatever. And I spent a lot of time with that whole week with essentially the number one guy managing NASA. Okay?
Right.
Von Braun was supposedly the head of everything. Debus was the real head of everything.
Okay.
Okay, back to extended life. As it is sort of addressed today, what you do is you take an aspirin-sized pill, one every month for 4 months, okay? Or it could be an injection. Immediately you start feeling much better, okay? Immediately you start feeling much better. At the end of, or probably way before 4 months, the guys revert back to the latest number is 29. I've heard 23, I've heard all different dates, but say you go back to 29. So you've got everything physically that you had at that age, muscular, everything. And the young ladies go back to 21, okay? You have everything that you had at that point, plus you have a minimum of 400% greater capability of your brain, okay?
Okay, so that you have said that on other shows. Now I want to know, again, what's their relationship with you? Are you going to take one of those pills one of these days?
I want to sign up for the program.
You do?
Yeah, I want to sign up with a program. I want my wife to sign up for
Okay.
it. I want my son to sign up. I want my daughter and their families to sign up, okay?
But is there a but in there somewhere, or is that fine, or have you gotten an, okay on that? Or?
I haven't been able to sign up yet,
Oh.
okay? But I'm just saying that's a very real program. It has accomplished both men and women to move partway back, not the full 400% of the mind, but like 350, okay? The plan is 400% maximum, maybe 800% greater use of the brain. Obviously, what the Nordics are already using, okay, because the Nordic guys and girls go to 3,400 years. Come on, comparable years. So this is, again, part of our problem here, because we're being taught by the reptilians lies. We're being taught incorrect information, even incorrect astronomy.
Yes.
Everything is incorrect.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Okay, but one footnote. The Anunnaki that Zecharia Sitchin talked about, the Anunnaki are these reptilians, are they not, in most cases?
Yeah.
But there are some positive Anunnaki, are they not? Aren't there? In other words, that have started to change their ways, let's say.
Yes, and we got these blue people too. They got a little hair on their legs, but they're nice people. Okay, they're helping.
Oh, they're very tall.
Yes.
Yes.
And but
I've been in touch with them as well in
Cool.
India.
wonderful. They're good people.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
But we're just talking about 2s and 3s here. We've got, documented 23 different types of extraterrestrials, most of them being good people, okay? But then we've got these massive capability with facilities of the Draco extraterrestrial side that, they're controlling. And they don't just control this planet, we're just one of their planets that
Okay,
they control.
is Mars under their rule or not? Because I know we have bases on Mars,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
And so, one of the whistleblowers out there says there are wars going on because there are different bases on Mars between those bases.
Okay, and yes, many people, including myself, have watched partial wars with vehicles diving on top of other vehicles from the coast right here, halfway between Long Beach and Catalina Island.
Oh, sure.
4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. 2008, 2009, both. Okay? Watched them both.
One of my witnesses was killed. He was the guy who ran iPod.org. It's a website that was out there, and he had set up a camera on his balcony and filmed wars at night over the skies in
Unbelievable.
LA and off the coast.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
And eventually they killed him.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it's the Dracos or whoever
Yeah.
that killed him, right?
Yes.
So let me just ask you, do you feel that you're psychic enough to look at someone and know if they're Draco or not, or reptilian and shapeshifted?
I have said that I don't have that ability. I at times pick it up.
Right.
Okay? But I don't have that expertise.
Okay.
But I can, for some reason, I know that SOB that was right down the hallway, right here when we came in, could be a problem.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know why he was down the hall. We sort of were on the run to get in here because you wanted to get started.
Sure.
I saw him.
Okay. That's great.
And I don't know what that was.
Yeah. No,
He knew you were here.
yes. Oh, come on. We're so
Yeah, no, yeah.
surveilled. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I want to talk about AI as well. And I don't know if we're completely done with this reverse aging idea.
Well, I think it's far enough to say that that's real.
Yes.
That within supposedly less than 24 months, that program is going to be available to some people. Now, if you have enough money and if you have enough facilities, maybe you can get on the list first, okay? I don't know how that's going to work.
Right.